Wrote this in Birmingham before I moved up. A guy named Ron Muir kind of had the beginning of this song and kind of included me in on it. And it happened to me and happened to him, and it just all kind of fell right into this. It was recorded by a guy named Tom Bresh, who is Merle Watson's son and a great guitar player, and it's on YouTube, on my YouTube site.
Y'all gonna love this.
It's a romantic love song. It's called The Grand Opening. Was my first night for playing in a bar room. And I hoped I'd do the songs they'd love to hear. But before I started picking, I went into that room where little boys go when they've been drinking beer. Then I came back out and stepped into the spotlight. Picked up my guitar and tried to sing. When I looked at all the people, they were staring back at me. None of them was saying anything. Well, the first tune that I did was fast and lively, but no one moved except the man at table 3. Saw him writing down some words upon his napkin. Waitress giggled as she handed it to me. It said, "Do you know your fly is standing open? Do you know your zipper is undone?" She might have guessed those were my first 2 requests. Hell, I'd never even heard of either one. So I read them to the crowd. They applauded long and loud. I broke out in a sweat of desperation. I don't know why or how, but I got up to take a bow, and they gave me my first standing ovation. Said, "Thank you very much, folks. Wish my mother was here tonight to see this." Then I sat back down and tried to play some music. But the waitress brought another note to me. No, her face was turning red. She just snickered and said, "It's from that man at table number 3. Said, "Well, let's open up and see." It said, "Don't you know your horse ain't in the stable? Don't you know your barn door ain't been closed?" I couldn't help but wonder where he'd heard these crazy songs. Some old drunk cowboy, I suppose. Then I glanced down at the bottom of his napkin, and I started feeling better right away. Because after all those songs of horses, flies, and stables, it was one that finally I could play. Said, "This man must be a fan of the Beatles, and this song he's underlined I'd like to do." And they went into a rage as I stood upon the stage singing, "P.S. I love you. You. Thank you for reminding me.
Song will make you cry.
That song led to my first cut in Nashville. That's odd a world we live in.